Hello, everybody. So, my name is Tate McCarty. I am a student doctor at Kansas City University. Basically, I'm just using this as a kind of way for my son to look back on uh, throughout the coming years and whenever he thinks about what he wants to do in life. Um, and you can kind of read more about that in the About section of this channel. Uh, Pretty much what I'm going to do now is just talk about the last 2.5 months since I started. I started med school in July, late July, and it's been a heck of a coaster. Um, SFM was Scientific Foundation of Medicine. It was a 4-week course covering everything in my undergraduate, from every single biochemistry pathway to immunology, and pretty much an entire degree in immunology was covered in the first 4 weeks of class. Um, Then following that was musculoskeletal systems, or MSK, basically. And we had practicals in cadaveric lab, and then onward to written exams as well. Both of which I passed. Did I excel in them? Not really. Did I honor them? No. But also the honor for our class for MSK was a 96% or higher. So you got to be the best in order to get that. Um, so that's pretty much the last two classes. Now we're in neuroendocrine. Neuroendocrine is another monster altogether. The first was similar to MSK in the instance a lot of it was anatomical, with a little bit of physiology mixed into it, including being the practical in the cadaveric lab for the superficial neck, and then the deep neck, like the platysma, down into the sternohyoid, thyrohyoid, all the muscles, and then into the subclavian artery. I did well in practical and everything like that, but emotionally wise, it's been daunting. It's been hard because not only do we have um, class every single day, but we have a lot that's not required, so I don't have to go to campus as much as some of the other universities I was looking at and programs I was looking at attending for medical school. Um, but it's very fast paced. It is insanely fast paced, and the content is not hard. It's nothing harder than what I went through in undergraduate, which I went to the University of South Florida for undergraduate, and I graduated in 2020, which was 2023. Actually, I graduated high school in 2020. So I graduated college in 3 years. Hindsight probably should have stretched that out a bit, but it worked out for me. Um, Pretty much after that, um, the content itself in undergrad, I never really considered it to be hard in college. There were some classes, biochemistry, organic chem, they were not easy, but they weren't as daunting as medical school is. Um, as I said, pretty much everything that we covered or I covered in undergraduate was covered in the first 4 weeks of class. You got your white coat, you did your white coat ceremony. They said, congratulations, you're a student doctor now, and welcome to uh, welcome to H word, I guess. And it was, they didn't say that, but the students, we were all thinking it in my cohort, and it was very hard. Some people failed. Some people have to remediate now in the winter. Um, Not a lot of us. Probably only a few percentages of us had to have to remediate anything, including MSK, because of they have a retake policy and whatnot, where you can, if you score below, you can retake an exam, and then you get a pass, which is a minimum of 70%, or um, then you have to remediate in the winter. If you mess up again, then you have to repeat the year. So it's very hard. A lot of schools have that policy in place. Some have even harsher ones, where if you fail 2 classes, then you are automatically kicked out. You do not get a chance to repeat. Um, so it's very daunting. It's not easy. It's very hard. Um, but it's worth it also, because even though SFM was so fast paced, we learned a lot about GSD orders. We learned a lot about the immunology of basic human systems, as well as the basic biochemistry. And then MSK, we learned about Olinger, we learned about everything along those pathways. And it all worked out. So that's pretty much what I have for today. I'll try to upload regularly. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some more to talk about. See you.